Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Yan-Jing Luo. Welcome to the third session of Musician Interview Series. Today is my honor to have Cong Quartet to share their music learning experience, their life as a professional quartet, and also give us some advice on music learning. Francis, could you start with a short introduction to Cong Quartet, and also everyone please share your name, your instrument, and your education background.
We are Cong Quartet, and we are a quartet based in Hong Kong. I'm Francis Chik. I did my bachelor's degree in the Eastman School of Music and my master's degree in the Royal Academy of Music. My name is Yip-Wai. I play the violin, and I also went to Eastman School of Music and also New England Conservatory of Music in Boston.
I'm Yan Ho, and I play the cello. I did my undergrad at CUHK and master at the Indiana University.
And my name is Caleb, the violist, and I also went to CUHK and then Indiana University where the quartet was formed, and also Bard College in New York.
I'll put Cong Quartet's website, Facebook, and Instagram in the description box. If you want to know more about them, please look at the description. Yip-Wai, could you share your education background and also how did you find your interest in violin?
Sure. Well, I started playing the violin when I was 9 years old, and then I felt very lucky that when I first started and shortly after, I was placed in a community full of peers and people who are also very interested in music. I played in a youth orchestra, I joined the school orchestra, and was influenced by my friends around me a lot, and I was motivated to practice, and I soon discovered the joy in communicating through music, not only to the audience, but just within the group, and soon I was drawn to playing in smaller groups a lot, like chamber music, very similar to what I'm doing right now, and yeah, so my interest grew non-stop basically since the beginning, and yeah, and I was also quite lucky that I had the chance to study abroad and studied with my childhood heroes who are also quartet musicians, and I used to listen to them when I was a kid, and it was like a dream come true that I could have the chance to study with them.
That's great. How about Caleb? Could you share a story as well?
Sure. I also started on the violin when I was about 5 years old, and then when I was in secondary school, my school didn't have a proper viola, so one of the violinists has to play the viola, and I was chosen to be the one. And I discovered the unique role of this instrument in the chamber group, especially in a string quartet, and that's why I choose viola as my major instrument. And during my time when I was doing my master's at Indiana University, there's a resident quartet in the school, the Pacifica Quartet, and they were really enthusiastic about string quartet playing, and I have learned so much from them and the other seniors from the school, and I really wanted to have a career with a string quartet, and that's where we formed the group originally, and we have been doing it since then.
That's great, that's great. Yan-Ho, could you share some typical activities as a quartet?
As a quartet, we perform a lot. For example, we perform in a concert hall, we perform classical music, like we did Mendelssohn, Shostakovich, and in the past recital in Typhoon. Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, we do some less formal program in some lunchtime series outdoor, like in West Kowloon, where people can eat and enjoy the meal while listening to us. And then also we did some video filming in Heritage Center, and it's quite cool too. And on the other hand, we are very privileged to become the ensemble and residents of CUHK for the past 2 years, and we involved it in some more educational work. We gave masterclass coachings to chamber music students here, and then most part of the work we here is to perform the CUHK composers' work. And then we make recording and premiere them, and then communicate with the composer that are living with us in the same generation.
Yeah, Caleb, could you share some other activities as a quartet as well?
As a quartet, besides playing a lot of music together, we spend a lot of time dealing with logistics and things as well. as simple as things like choosing the music and arguing what the repertoire are, to things like arranging travel, because especially, you know, as a quartet we travel a lot to perform in different places, and under the COVID situation and the travel restrictions, there are a lot of documents and things that we have to deal with all the time. And then we also have to, because as a quartet, we're not a big organization like an orchestra and things, we have to contact with different people, meeting up with donors, and dealing with all kind of financial issues. And yeah, we are almost like an advertisement agent that's selling ourselves to different people, hoping to play more concerts. And we also spent a lot of time making videos and managing our social media in the past year. Because of the COVID, live performances were limited, and we have been exploring different ways to have contacts and interaction with our audience.
Sounds to be a quite busy job. Yeah. So talking about the job, Francis, could you share a happy moment of your job?
One of the happy moments is when we, with our original member Camille, went to the Madeline Island music camp. So we spent a few weeks in a very beautiful island in America. No Wi-Fi, lots of music, and a busy schedule. And I got to work with Jan Ho's teacher, Peter Stump, and also the Dover Quartet. And it was a very great experience to be a teaching assistant under their guidance. And we all learned so much, and we made a lot of friends there. And it was just a wonderful experience knowing other players from different parts of America.
Yeah, that's quite interesting as well. And how about the most challenging part, Jan? What could you share with us?
I think most challenging part there are the musical aspect, because as a quartet, such a dedicated ensemble, we need to understand and digest the music and think in a kind of a similar way in order that we could execute it like more unified when performing. So we spend a lot of time doing research, listen to recording and rehearse and discuss every phrases or every section to make the whole work more in a big picture and then more decent. So there are a lot of time we need to spend behind. Another challenging thing, just as Francis mentioned, the Dover Quartet, actually being a performer, the monetary return actually is not quite comparable to the time you spend. I remember the Dover Quartet mentioned, like, even though they're now the most performing quartet in the world, if they like just divide it to the hours of rehearsal they spend on, it's just a few cents of hourly rate. So you need to be very enthusiastic and really love the music that you are doing, so that you feel like very fruitful after doing that.
Yeah, how do you see the quartet in 10 years? Yip-Wai, could you share with us?
10 years is a very, very long period of time. And sometimes the quartet receives different engagements, and sometimes very last minute, and then each engagement actually sometimes brings us to a slightly different direction. So it's very hard to predict what will happen exactly in 10 years. But we welcome all the new challenges and all the new directions and or small detours that we took. But anyways, by 10 years later, I hope that we would have the chance to collaborate with as many people, artists, contemporary artists, or composers as possible. And I really hope that the quartet could bridge between this long line of heritage of great string quartet writing all the way from the 1700s, to the modern day. And we hope to be the bridge between that and bringing out contemporary art and messages that are relevant to the world and the current society, and also through exploring all the repertoire and new collaborations, we hope to show our audiences and also show them what makes the string quartet so special, and hopefully our audience can grow and learn together with us.
That sounds great. Yeah. Finally, and this is probably the most important thing for the audience, could every one of you share advice to the music students who want to be someone like you? Maybe we can start with Francis.
So this is a quote not from myself, it's from a Russian writer called Leo Tolstoy. we can know only that we know nothing, and that is the highest degree of human wisdom. So basically, we have to keep reminding ourselves that there is always more to learn.
I would also like to share a quote. It's excellence is a habit, not an act. And I really like this quote because sometimes we want to improve and do whatever we want, but then we focus so much on the product but forget about the journey to get there. And I think as long as we keep the mentality as a habit and as long as we trust the process, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, great. And I think, for me, I think open-minded is very important because I think no matter which stage of the career you're at, there are always many things you could learn from different teachers and from your colleagues. So keeping an open-minded is the key to improve and success.
And I would also want to start with a quote. Rome wasn't built in a day. So be patient. You might not be able to see your hard work like in a day or a month or even a year, and you don't see any improvement. Sometimes you'll get exhausted, but be patient and then just keep practicing, keep working on what you like, and then one day you'll realize that you have walked pretty far.
Thank you so much for all the advice. So this is the end of our interview. Thank you all of you for your time again. And please give us a like, share this video with your community, and also leave your thoughts and comments with us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.